We're up. JBSB here. Welcome back. Anyways, this video is going to be short, just short. I just want to announce that this car, one of my early days car, BMAX is gone already. Then Silver Toe is gone already. Then this is Bloody Mary, and someone is going to purchase it. So what I'm going to do, just want to announce this that I'll just replace the chassis, and then I have here a brand new chassis, CFM chassis. I'll just replace it, and also I'll replace the front FRP. So just to make sure that the front roller setup is still sturdy. Anyways, this is just an intro about this. You might be able to see the whole process of me replacing the chassis and also the FRP. This has been paid already, and shout out to one of my followers in Parañaque who purchased this. This is a gift from his dad because he graduated already. Shout out to you. I'm not pretty sure if I can mention your name, so I'm not going to mention your name, probably on a follow-up video, just in case you agreed to announcing your name or to shouting out your name. But anyways, thank you for supporting me and purchasing this mini four-wheel drive. It helps a lot. Anyways, this intro is getting longer than it should be. I will try to speak in English the whole time, the whole duration of this video, because someone outside the country requested to make my videos in English, or at least put subtitle. I don't have a time or the means or the knowledge to add subtitles yet. I don't have the time to research on how to put subtitles, so I'll just try to speak in English for the meantime, for the time being. So yeah. See you on the video that I'll be doing right now, and probably on the outro later. Okay, pero bago tayo mag-start, bigla ko lang naisipang, actually nakita ko yung mga stickers, so shoutout na natin. Shoutout sa Tamiya Underground, Team Underground, Tamiya Underground sa Wilcon City Center, Visayas Avenue, Quezon City. Shoutout kay Bro Johnny, kay Sis Madam Ate Tet, shoutout. MCP in the house. Meron akong item ni ni Bro ko pa lang. Gagawin ko ng video, hindi ko pa nagagawa ng video. Shoutout MCP. Shoutout. Ito, Team Underground ulit. Dami ko stickers. Kaso wala pa yung car box na talagang paglalagyan ko. Si Francis BG, Anti-Kupal Marshall. Shoutout, Francis. Shoutout. Ito, nalimutan ko kanina to eh. Pero shoutout. Shoutout. Alam mo naman kung sino ka. Team Underground. Devil's Fist. Shoutout. Team North Mean Tuners. Cagayan de Oro. Shoutout. Solid yan. Mga idol ko yan. Napakalaki utang na loob ko dyan. Bangers Racing Team. Sa Calgary, Canada. Shoutout. Shoutout din kay Hyven. Shoutout. Shoutout din sa nagregalo sa akin. Wait lang. Shoutout ko siya. Wait lang. Shoutout kay John Inot Elemento from Canada. Maraming salamat, bro. Hindi ko pa ito nasusuot, pero feeling ko fit na fit sa akin. Salamat. Snapback. Thank you talaga. Ayan, okay. Tuloy na natin to. Okay, tabi muna natin mga stickers ko ha. Naghihintay lang ako ng maayos na car box. Pagka may car box na, tsaka ako pagtatatad rin yung aking car box ng mga stickers nyo. Anyways, oh my goodness, I was about to speak in English. I forgot. But anyways, that first part is just a shout out. So this video will be in English. Hopefully, I can still stay alive after this video. This video has been sold already. I'm replacing the chassis with a brand new one. Yeah, this one. Yep. It's a brand new CFM chassis, carbon reinforced chassis. What I'm going to replace here is the chassis itself, but not the internals, because the internals of this actual car is still intact. This is one of my ace cars because This one is newly built, so I haven't tested it yet. And this one, this car run faster than this one and much stabler than this one. I recently sold this, actually just yesterday, because I really need cash. I really need green because I need to eat. I need funds. Yeah, I need to pay something. And I'll be adding some brakes as well. I'll be replacing this. So I'll be giving him, my follower from Quezon City, or sorry, Parañaque City. Parañaque City. This is brand new already. I've attached this yesterday. This FRP is also good as new. And this one I'll be replacing. So this is two pieces attached to each other. So I'll be replacing it with a brand new one. And later I will check the alignment on my wheels on this video as well, so you can see how I check. I'm going to use this. Shout out to Joseph. Oh my god, Joshua. Oh, I forgot the third name. Anyways, that's Joshua who made this and sent it to me. He also sell this. I'll just include the link of his profile. All right. Now, this is what we're going to need. We need a screwdriver, a countersunk tool to countersunk the FRP, so the countersunk screws will fit. Also tweezer. Anyways, this is basic tools that we need. Turnbuckle. We won't be needing this, but I have it on my side, so I just shown it to you guys. It's a shaft checker. My wheels are already aligned, but it ran at least 2 more races before I've checked it. After I've checked it before, so I'll check it again if it's aligned. If it's not, I'm gonna realign it. And yeah, so this is the only things that I'm going to replace. This is also brand new. I replaced it. This is much more expensive than the black one. The pricing of this one I don't want to mention. You can just DM me. You can just send me a message, drop me a message. Anyways, let's proceed because it's going to take a very long time. It might take 1 hour again, hopefully not. On the basic parts, just screwing and unscrewing, I'll just pause it and then we'll get back to the video. So I won't be needing to remove the battery lock, and the motor catch with the motor inside it, on it. So what we need to remove first is this. I'll be replacing the screws as well, because this is almost loose thread, or yeah, so we might need to replace it with a brand new one. I mean, this screw. This is a 6mm screw, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, 8mm screw. What I'm using here is an 8mm screw. Just a heads up, guys. Alright, so let me find the screw first. This is basic, so I'm just gonna pause it. One moment. Sorry. There you go. Excuse me. There you go. This is an 8mm countersunk screw. I'll be replacing this too. Sorry if I'm redundant. I do apologize. Just bear with me. Anyways, to all my relatives in Canada and in America, if you're listening, if you're able to watch my video, I can speak the language. If you want to help me, I can work there. Just get me. Just kidding. So let's proceed. Alright, let me just move all those things that is not necessary aside. So my hands is going to be free, moving freely. So speaking in English, I'm just talking, so there will be no dead air. So I'm just speaking in English because one of my followers that is out of the country, or not from the country, requested if my videos will be in English or if I can add subtitles. I explained on my previous intro or previous videos that I'm having a hard time adding subtitles yet because I don't know how to, and I don't have the time to do a research because my mind is clouded with a lot of things right now. So I cannot absorb new things or new things that I'm not too interested in to do a research or to learn it right away. But sooner or later I will do that. So probably I'll be speaking in our native tongue or native language, vernacular, speaking in vernacular, which is in Tagalog. But for the meantime, please bear with me. Please, what do you call this? I forget the term, but there's a term that I'm thinking. So this is what we're going to replace. But before we replace it, oh my goodness, oh my golly, I just remember we are going to replace the chassis. So that means that we need to remove everything. Oh my goodness. Let's start from the FRPs and the roller setup first because we're already here. So if I remove the roller setup, here's what I'm doing. Oh no, this is going to be productive. This is a productive video because you will actually see how I do it. So let's remove the dar first. So double aluminum rollers. So this is a countersunk screw black Tamiya. This is much stronger, durable than the ordinary stainless steel silver countersunk. It means it is not going to bend that easier compared to the silver one. So that's the reason why I'm using the black one right now. It is much expensive than the silver one or the color silver or the stainless steel. However, if it's not going to compromise the durability of the screw, it will not bend forward, it will not lose the angle. Sorry, it will not lose the angle. So it is much better for me. So I would prefer that. I do apologize if I'm talking too much. Sooner or later I'll be running out of words, so you'll be fine. So I hope you can see, right? So all the parts is in line. So that's how I do it. So the spacer, roller spacer next to the nut, I might need to add another spacer there. So I'll update this build. So if you can see, everything is in line according to its sequence when I put it, when I assemble it, and then when I disassemble it. So if you can see, after the spacer, roller spacer, all right, or roller cap, I have here another spacer which is just the small one, not the regular spacer. This spacer can be found on a double plastic rollers and some screws package, some screw package. Now I also have the slimmest spacer. I always put a spacer here before I connect it on the bottom part of the FRP, which is something like this, if you can see here, right? So the screw first, then the spacer before the FRP. So if you can see, all the sequence is on its original. So I won't be able to miss something because everything is in line. So that's how I do it. So that's very important. That's going to be helpful for you guys. So you won't miss a part. And if something is missing, you can just cross-reference. You can look at the other side and then look at the side that you're already assembling. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I do apologize. This is going to be an hour-long video. I have a feeling. Oh, I forgot to put the high mount stabilizer here. So there you go. Still visible, right? Okay. I'm doing this way because I'm used to, as a technician, as a computer technician, I've been taught to disassemble or assemble this way. So I know what is the last part that I've pulled out and what is the first part that I remove. Right, so that's how I identify it. So it means that everything will be in place and I won't get lost. Alright, sorry. I'm still I'm still rusty on making a video, so please bear with me. Please humor me. That's the term that I'm looking for earlier. Please humor me. I'll make it faster as I can. The reason why I'm not posting, the reason why I'm not posting here is because this is important, because this part is what I'm going to replace. I mean this part. But the rest from the middle section of my build, I'm gonna skip, and then I'm gonna, actually there's nothing to be disassembled here. So I'll just disattach the 3-point and everything comes with it. So I'll just attach it to the new chassis. Anyways, let me just proceed. Once I've removed this, I'll pause and then I'll remove this. Because everything is just common. But if you want to see how I remove it, sure, I'll include it on the video. But there's no way to know if you really want that, because this is recorded. This is not a live video. I think someday I will be. Let me just double check. Okay, I don't need to replace it yet. Alright. So, the reason why I'm replacing this FRP, I'm going to explain. So, I'm going to clip this second part of the video. So, the reason why I want to replace this for my client or for the person who purchased this car is because I want to make sure that this is still tight. This hole is still tight. So, which means that the screw and the DAR, double aluminum roller, will not just wiggle every time it touches or it crashes to the wall, or it touches to the wall of the curve, the bridge, the rainbow change lane, or any part of the racetrack panels. So I had an experience that just a few waves and then suddenly the angle of my DAR or double aluminum rollers is not on the actual angle that I put it or that I set it up. So that's the reason why I've checked what is causing the problem. It's not the screw. The screw is still strong. It's still sturdy. However, the screw hole of this FRP has loosened enough just for it to move or to wiggle. So I'm not going to sell it or this to the client. I'm going to replace it with a brand new one, just to make sure that he will not have a hard time on the double aluminum roller setup or the front roller setup. Alright, I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, let me just remove this. Oh, this is, by the way, this is a black Tamiya dampier. Still black Tamiya dampier. Let me just remove the ball cap using this rubber tubing. Alright. So, this is how I use it for removing or installing ball caps on your screws. So this is a different part. So let me just, this is here, and this is a different part. So I won't get lost. So they will stay with each other. So every part will stay with each other. So I know where they are going to be installed. All right. So I think this is a very basic already. You know what to do here. So let me just pause the video and let me just go back when there's something important that I need to say. Alright, so I'm just removing this. Okay, see you later. Alrighty, let me just resume the video. So this is what we are going to replace. Let me just get a cloth, a towel here. It's kind of dirty, some grease and some dust on it. But anyways, I'm going to use this on my own car, but I won't let my client to use this already anymore. So this is just going to be mine, and I'm going to replace it with this brand new one. But if you can see here, screw, damper, ball caps, then lock nut silver. Let me just open this. The only thing that we will be countersinking here is just one here and one here. So just for the attachment of the FRP to the chassis itself. So for us to do that, so to make sure that we're not countersinking the wrong hole or screw hole, so let me just get my reference here. So this is my previous one, the one that we've just replaced. So it's going to be on the inner part. So it's going to be here. So I need to countersunk on this part. But countersinking is kinda messy. So I need to grab some tissue or maybe the towel on top of a tissue. But anyways, we're just countersinking one part of the FRP. This one. Let me grab a tissue because I don't want dust to be all over the workplace. And now I'm missing the countersunk. No, there you go, I've seen it. So again, it's an inner screw hole here. This part and this part that we are going to countersunk. So this is how I countersunk. I'll make a separate video about this. So maybe a shorter clip on how I countersunk, starting on this part and then up until I countersunk this. So this might not be a reel because there's a higher chance that this is going to be more than 1 minute. Now, once I felt the tip of the countersunk tool, then I'll be able to identify, I'll be able to know that I'm getting closer to what I'm really aiming for, or the size of countersinking that I'm aiming for, the diameter. See that? So using countersunk tool. So this is allowed on BMAX or Basic Max GP Grand Prix rules, because you need to countersunk this FRP, especially if you're using a countersunk screw. Let's see if I can feel. I haven't felt the tip, this tip on my finger. I haven't felt it, so I'm still good. I need to do more. I need to grind more. Once I felt it, I'll stop and then I'll try to check. So let's check. And then I'll try to feel it. I'm still feeling something, but you don't have to. You don't have to actually go deeper just for you not to feel the screw. It's fine because you're only just fitting it to the chassis. And you want that screw to just go deep enough for the rollers to not hit it. Alright, so once the roller is rotating or rotating outwardly, it will not hit the screw. So that's the reason why we countersunk it. Not deep enough, just good enough. Alright, so let me check the other side. I need to do more, just a little bit, because it might still hit the rollers, especially if it loses its angle. If it goes inward, it might touch the screw, so you might want to make sure that it will not hit the screw, or the double aluminum rollers will not hit the screw. I mean this part. Alright, so I think it's good already, so I'm fine with it. Now we are going to attach it. But let me first remove this. See how easy I clean it up? No dust all over the place. See that? Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna attach it once again. Now I'm gonna connect the damper to lock it first. So this is how I do it. I need to lock this first. And before I tighten the screws or the lock nut, I'll make sure that every screw hole is aligned to each other. So that's how we do it. First off, let's just try to... Alright, this is a 4.5 mm lock nut, silver lock nut. Tamiya lock nut. By the way, this build is already BMAX GP ready. It means BMAX GP ready. It means that it is all Tamiya. All Tamiya. Alright. Okay. Now I'm attaching this first, and then I'll disassemble this so we can attach everything on this brand new chassis. Alright, so this is a brand new chassis again, guys. So you will be able to see how I assemble and disassemble. Okay, now let me just get my turnbuckle, get my screwdriver. Let's just start turning this or rotating this. I'll just pause this and then I'll just show you the finished product. Alright, one moment, guys. Alright, this is kind of important. If you can see, this is just a strategy or an idea or suggestion, guys. So it is not tight too much. I haven't tightened it too much, so it's still moving. The FRP is still moving. So the reason why I did that is I'm going to slowly tighten side by side, just to make sure everything or every screw hole is still aligned. And I'm gonna check before I finally tighten it if everything is in line. There you go. So now once it's not moving anymore, so I can finally tighten this screw. I'm not pretty sure if that's the right word or term or phrase for it. There you go. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm just making sure. Alright, it's not moving anymore. So the reason why I tighten it too much is because this is kind of important. Once it loosens its screw or lock nut screw, then it will tend to wiggle. So we don't want that. It should be fixed. It should be stationary. At least the screws is stationary. So once the mini four-wheel drive jumps, the only thing that moves is the damper. Once it goes up, it will still levitate. Once it hit the ball cap, it will now go down, and to the center of gravity, down it goes. So it will help the car or your mini four-wheel drive to be much more stable after the jump. Alright, so that's the reason why we need dampers. And the distance of the dampers itself to the ball cap is also necessary for your setup. But it depends. If you want your mini four-wheel drive to go or to jump much higher, use longer screws. If you want your mini four-wheel drive to jump and then go down faster to the center of the gravity, so you can just use a shorter screw. Alright, so let me just tighten this up and we're all good here, and let me just pause this video. I'll be right back. Alright, this is going to go to the reels because this is less than 1 minute. I just want to show you this. This is what I'm talking about earlier. If you can see here, the moment it hit the ball cap, it will go down. So the longer the screw, the longer the air time of your mini four-wheel drive, the shorter the screw, then it will go back. Everything goes up, must come down. Alright, that's less than 1 minute, and that's a tip. All right, let's proceed. So I'm good. We're going to screw that later. So once we screw this on the new chassis, then we will attach the rollers. But let me now remove everything here so I can transfer here. All right, so that's an easy part. I don't want to show you because it will take a lot of time, and I don't want to eat your time on basic stuffs. So I'll be right back. All right, this is kind of important. So how to remove your gear terminal, crown gear terminal switch catch. How can you remove it if your 3-point attachment is still attached? So usually I always use a flat screw, and then I slightly bend here, bent forward, no, not bent backward, sorry, forward is there, and then kinda put the flat screw there, and I'll just twist it like that, turn it like that. So I'm not going to do this kind of motion, just that. Alright, so something like this. It will snap a bit, it's fine, as long as you're not putting force, and then there you go. So you're not pushing outward, you're just twisting the screw. Alright, so that's it. That's just a tip for those newbies that don't know how to properly remove it without breaking or destroying this cover. Okay, so yeah. So the reason why I'm not replacing the internals, because this is actually brand new as well, or not brand new, it's actually not cutted, so it will pass on BMAX basic max GP rules and regulations. So let us try to remove this gold terminal propeller. I'll try to wipe the grease, maybe not the switch. Anyways, let me just pause this because this is just basic stuffs. All right, see you later, guys. We're up. So we're almost done on removing or disassembling every parts here on the old chassis. I just want to mention that this is an AO620. Yeah, you can see here. You'll be able to identify if it's Tamiya. So this is a kind of tutorial as well. If this side is thin, the copy is much thicker. The silver diameter outside ring, that's thicker if it's copied, slimmer or thin if it's Tamiya. So that's how you identify it, if it's Tamiya or not. So this is Tamiya. Oh, it's blurry now. Now another tutorial, or that's a different video. So that's a different reel. And let's do another reel. All right. This one is explaining why you wouldn't or you couldn't put a nut there on that screw because of this. So maybe we can try to talk much faster. Because of this will hit the lock nut or the nut. So this will have a different form. If there's a nut there, it will be an arc form, because it will push, the nut will push this and it will bend, something like that. So that's the reason why you cannot put a nut there anymore, and you cannot cut this part. It's not allowed on BMAX GP. So just to mention it. So a brand new 3-point will help you because it will be tighter. Alright, hope that is 1 minute. There you go. I'll just remove this and then I'll pause. By the way, before I pause, this is a black heavy dampier Tamiya, but this is the least part. I've already explained to the new owner of this car that I'm only putting gold here because I don't have black nips anymore, because I've used it here. So he understands, and I've sold this much cheaper than the original price, so that's fair enough. So let's go. Let me just pause this. It's already 32 minutes plus the intro, more than 32 minutes. See you later, guys. Actually, I want to show you this. So removing a whole 3-point by just removing a 3-point. So that's the reel. Let me just try to do this real quick, less than a minute. so we can have a lot of videos out of this video. So there you go, voila, and that's it. And then you'll just attach it to the new chassis and then screw it, and then there you go, voila. All right, so that's another tip coming from me, JBSB Reels. Let's pause the video and then let's proceed on assembling it. Alright guys, we are now going to proceed on the assembly part. So this is the brand new chassis. You can see there's no grease. This is not cutted. And the reason why I'm replacing this one as well, because this is cutted. The battery protrusion has been cut. The reason for that is for me to have a much easier access to the battery, and it will not twist the chassis sometimes. So, but that is not allowed anymore because we are now strict on the rules of basic max GP here in the Philippines, especially in TU, at TU, and also at Apex Glory. So this is brand new, it is not cut, and this is not cut, so everything will pass upon inspection. So now I just want to quickly attach this because this is the part that I've said easy to do. But before that, let me just explain what tools I've used to attach the 3-point to the chassis. This is a 6mm round screw, round headed screw. I'm not sure if you can see this. There you go. So 6mm, and then a washer, lock washer. Some racer call it lock washer. The washer that is not fully connected to each other. There's a slit on it. So let's just attach it. So it will help lock the chassis to the 3-point, or 3-point to the chassis, vice versa. So this is the easiest part. I didn't disassemble the rollers. The reason why I didn't disassemble the rollers because the rollers is okay, still okay. So my rollers is still okay. Maybe not 1 minute or more than 1 minute like before, but I've used it already, but it's still okay, running okay, especially this one and also this. So I've shown this to the new owner, and he already know. So there's no need to change anything from here. It's just the basic setup, the way I set it up. So it's sturdy, it's not moving, so it's good. Now I will just attach this part. This is basic, you already know it from my previous videos. Let me just pause the video. I almost forgot. I need to check the wheel first. So this is my rear-ended wheel. I usually put the wheel that is not perfectly zero in alignment at the rear end. So this is still okay. So this is still good. Nothing changes. If there's a changes, just a slight discrepancy from the previous alignment that I did on this specific or exact wheel set. Now I'm checking the other side. You can see there's a marker, so I won't get lost or don't switch any side. And I have a paint marker here, so my wheel is kinda tight as well. So if you can see here, without any white background, it's still good. So it's good to go. Now let's check the front-ended wheel. Most of the time, that's the part of the wheel set that is being disaligned because it's absorbing heavy the weight, the full weight, or not at least the full weight, at least a bigger percentage of the weight is being absorbed by the front Filipino PNF, by the front front wheel set. So let me just check this front wheel set as well. Rear wheel set a-okay. So let's check the front. If it needs alignment, I'll show you how I'll realign it. Alright, still good. There's a slight wiggle. Filipino. There's a slight wiggle. So on this side, but let me check the other side as well, and then I'll realign it. It might take or it might eat a lot of time, so I'll realign it off screen, because I can just make another alignment video, intensive alignment video, separate video, so you won't get bored. Okay, both of them are still good, just a slight wiggle. It's easy to realign, just small nudge on the shafting itself, and it is going to be good to go. This I need to focus on this one, so I need to pause this video. I'll be right back anyways, and after that it's going to be faster. See you later, guys. Okay, so I've realigned it, so it's all good. So it still is going to the front of the chassis. Now let me just attach it. Alright, let me just attach the middle part, and then we'll proceed talking about the front part, because that's what we've replaced as well, aside from the chassis. Alright, let me just pause this. See you later. Okay, I'm just showing you that still the same brand new chassis. It's not cut, no grease yet. I'll let the new user to put the grease. It's just easy. So let me just attach the things that is basic to attach. This won't take long. And so snap it. Let's go. All good. Attach the counter gear. So I gave him a brown and red gear ratio. That means it is 4.2:1 gear ratio. Add a relax, and then if you can see here, the reason why it is positioned this way, because I know this is for the left, or the right side, sorry, and this is for the left. So basic, right? So you won't get lost. Still the same configuration, right? Okay, let me just pause this, and then we could proceed to the front setup. One moment, another important thing, because this is brand new, all the screw holes, all the screw holes is tight, virgin, in other words. Sorry, just kidding. So we need to loosen it up first using step screw. So just screw it up really good, and I'll just do the same thing, and then I'll attach the side FRP set. Alright, see you later. Alright, as promised, we are now getting closer to the end of the video. This one I won't skip. I will show you, because this is the part that we replaced. Now again, this is going to be, I'm going to get something from here, starting now. If I put it here, the right format on how to place this FRP, there will be a lot of play, because there's no support here. So every time the roller hits the wall of the track, there's a tendency that it go up thrust. So it means if the roller has a down thrust effect, something like that, it goes down here. If it hits the wall, it might bend slightly up, because no force or no element is preventing it to go there, to go that way. Now the reason why I'm reversing it is for this part of the FRP to hit the lock, the part of the chassis where it locks the cowl or the body. So every time the roller hits the wall, there's a limitation on the FRP side to go upward, because it will hit this. Alright, that's a good tip, guys. That's a good tip. So if you've reached this video, you already know that. Now I'm going to attach. Alright, this is a brand new screw. I also replaced this screw with a brand new one, so for the new user of this mini 4-wheel drive, so he won't get any trouble disassembling and assembling this. So let me just screw this part. We're getting closer, guys. Hopefully we can hit 1 hour mark plus the intro and outro. If not, just a bit more than 1 hour. So again, I am not going to tighten it yet. I'll make sure that it is centered before I'll fix it, before I'll let it get fixed or steady. Sorry. Alright. And then I'll gently screw the right side and the left side one at a time, or every now and then, or alternating. This is the term that I want to use until it's locked already. Alright, it's not moving anymore on that side, also on this side. So also make sure that it is still aligned, so it's straight, right? So that's good. So this is brand new, so this is good news for me. So no any negative things that shows up. Everything is fine. So let me so this goes to the right side and this goes to the left side. Now remember, I lined up every part on a sequence basis. So once I've assembled it again or reassemble it, and just follow the pattern, same parts, because there's no problem with those parts or with this parts on the previous setup. So let me just put the washer. Sorry, you can see that on screen. So I just put this, and then I put some a little washer, the small washer from the DPR, double plastic rollers, roller cup or roller spacer, roller bearing, gold bushing, and then roller, and then there's a bearing on top of it. There you go. Then another roller cap. So either I go ahead and add a spacer there, or I can just go with the same settings, which is silver lock nut, and then I'll tighten it up. Tighten it up. So actually this is going to be sturdy. You know why? Because that's lock nut, right? And this high mount stabilizer tube has also a lock nut inside it, a silver lock nut. So it's going to be double lock nut. So it's going to be sturdy. It's not going to move anytime soon. Let me just lock this. And then it's done already. See that? There you go. So it's good. And also, see this? My bearing is still good as well. On my front roller setup, my bearing is still good. Alright, there you go. I've shown this to the client, and he liked it. So bearing wise, for all rollers are still okay, A-okay. Now putting it. Sorry for the blurry moment. Oh no, camera move. Let me just align it. Oh my. There you go. Alright, okay, misaligned. Good thing there's a grid line on the matting. Alright, there you go. Put it here. Roller cap. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. And I won't be able to send it through LBC today because I'm still shooting a video. Probably tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'll go to the LBC, and then I'll send this. I'll ship it right away, early morning. There you go. Roller cup, roller spacer, lock nut. Alright, almost done, guys. Oh, wrong turn. Almost there, we're almost there. 47 minutes and 53. Oh my goodness, I think I need to pause this video so we can make it to 1 hour mark, including the outro and the intro. I'm not pretty sure if you can hear it, but it's still rotating. Oh, there you go. It is still rotating. Okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. Almost done. Okay. Sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. It's not moving. Oh. Alright. Alright. So it's sturdy. So another tip. If you can see, before I will always make a tower out of it. I will always use a longer screw. But now I'm using shorter. Because shorter screws, there's a higher tendency for it to not bend right away or easily. Not bend easily, go inward. Because it's much shorter and it's much sturdy. And the lock nut, the washer supports it as well to not bend that easy. And we're using black screw, countersunk screw. So I preferred it this way rather than a longer one, a longer screw. Now we're just attaching the brake. Let me just check it. Oh, okay, it's already been replaced. So this screw is already brand new. Yeah, I remembered. Actually, this brake is also new. I've just replaced it recently. So I'm just gonna use it, but I will show you how I put a brake on the rear end. So that's the last part of the video, and then I'll touch the cowl or the body. But let me just pause the video because it's already 49 minutes plus the intro. So 45 minutes already. So let me just pause the video, let me just attach it, and then I'll add a brake here. One moment. See you later. Alright, we're almost there. If you can see here, I'm talking too fast. I put a tape here. My logic, or the logic, is because if you want to remove the brake, you can just simply pull out the tape. I mean, pull out the tape. It will also pull out the brakes attached to it. So it is much easier to replace. Instead of directly putting the brake pad and using its double-sided tape to stick on the FRP, might as well use a Tamiya tape. And I cannot see, but you see the essence, right? I cannot see where I can align it, so I might need to pause this and I'll just show you once it's done. One moment. Okay, we're done. If you can see, I put the Tamiya brake, pink brake on top of the Tamiya tape. So why did I use pink brake? So for the user to have an additional control just in case he is going to try it. So at least we can control the first run depending on the racetrack that he will use, or he will test it. I'll put the cowl already, and then slightly removing some fingerprint, and then voila, it's done. So I've already explained to the user that there are some scratches over on this side of the cowl because yeah, it's used, and I forgot to protect it with Tamiya tape. But there's another thing that I will do. One moment. Let me just get it. One moment. So I'll grab a paint marker. Unfortunately, I can only use white because this is the only good marker that I have. And then let's sign it. Oh my goodness, oh my gulay. So that's not a good sign, right? Let's sign the other side. One moment. Let me pause this. Let me just make it this. Let me just make this actually okay. Alright, we're done. So that's my signature. A white marker, paint marker, and JBSB on that side. So if this got erased, just let me know, and brother, I got you. I got your back. I'll re-sign it with a much better marker, permanent marker, not paint marker. But for the meantime, that's all I've got. So yeah, 2 mm brake setup on the front, that is angled, and then 1 mm pink brake setup at the back. Sooner or later I'll be making a brake setup, yeah, how to make a brake set, and stay tuned for that. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching if you reached this part, and let's go proceed to the outro. See you later. Ciao, ciao. If you've liked that video that I've just showed you guys, there's nothing much to it, just a replacement of chassis and a front FRP setup for the roller setup. So that's just basic. Probably anyone can do it. As a matter of fact, you might be able to do it. I mean the newbie or the returning racers. But just in case you've liked the video, I just want to give you a heads up that I'll be posting a lot of videos, important videos that you might want to look or watch it out. It will be uploaded, posted on my members only, channel member only videos. That means only channel member would be able to or could watch those videos. Also, being a channel member supports me to continue and to make this passion as my career as well, because I really love doing this. It's just a hindrance, a financial hindrance, but I think I can manage. I can still manage. Hopefully, I can have a momentum. See you on the next video. I'm JBSB. Please watch my videos. I post a lot of Tamiya Mini 4 Drive contents and tutorials. Follow me. Bye for now. Ciao.